Hey everyone, and welcome to the MinDak Gold and Silver Market Report, brought to you in about 5 minutes or less, because we know you're busy, we don't want to waste your time. Today is Friday, February 11th, 2022. Let's get right to today's gold and silver prices. Gold is at $18.37 an ounce. That's up $9 so far today. Silver is at $23.37 an ounce, and that's up 9 cents so far today. On our previous video, gold was $18.24 an ounce and silver was $23.11 an ounce. So those prices have been pretty flat considering everything that's been going on in the news lately. And speaking of news, let's get right to it. There's a lot of talk lately about what the Fed is going to do, and particularly what they're going to do about raising interest rates and quantitative tightening. Some are predicting that there's going to be up to 7 rate hikes this year. Others are predicting a more reasonable 3 to 4 rate hikes. And most think the Fed will raise in quarter-point increments, while others are even calling for a half-point Fed rate hike. There's a lot of people out there, myself included, that think the Fed might try to raise interest rates. But when they do, it could easily crash both the housing market and the stock market. And there's even calls out there predicting lower rates already. Historically, recessions have followed Fed's tightening cycles, and there's no reason to think another one isn't on the horizon. So to sum it up, if they do raise rates, and it looks like they're going to try, they're only going to be able to raise a couple, 2 or 3, maybe 4 times at the most, and that would be if they did quarter-point rate increases. Because like I've said before, if they raise interest rates, it's going to crash the economy, specifically the housing market and the stock market. And the Fed has said many times, or they've shown us many times, that they're willing to sacrifice the dollar more than they're willing to sacrifice the stock market. And they're going to talk about curtailing inflation, and everybody is going to talk about how these interest rates are going to try and curtail inflation, but it's not going to have the desired effect. It's probably going to have a worse effect. It's going to bring out a stagflation type effect. If the Fed really wanted to get in front of inflation, they should raise rates up to, I don't know, about 8%, because inflation came in yesterday at 7.5%. So if you raise interest rates more than the rate of inflation, then you might do something to bring it down. But when you have inflation at 7.5%, and the Fed is talking about raising rates a quarter point or a half a point, or maybe 2 years down the road, they're going to have interest rates at 2% or 2.5%, that's not going to get the job done. It's going to slow down the economy, it's going to alter the housing and stock market, and the Fed is going to have an even bigger problem on their hand than they do right now. In other news, does anyone old like me remember when geopolitical events used to really move the gold and silver prices? We've had quite a few events recently, you know, with the whole Russia-Ukraine issue, and North Korea is getting busy with their missile launches. News like this used to really move the metals markets, but apparently in today's world, it's not enough to make a difference. Let's just say that 2022 is shaping up to be a really interesting year. If you're interested in buying or selling gold, silver, coins, precious metals of any kind, we would love to be your dealer of choice. We have 2 locations to serve you, our original store in Fargo, North Dakota, and our new store in Fountain Hills, Arizona, just outside the Phoenix metro area. And I'm here to tell you folks, spring has sprung in Phoenix. It's beautiful 81 degrees forecasted here today. We would love to see you in either one of our stores real soon. The phone numbers for both stores are down below on the screen, and our website is down below as well if you'd like to check us out on there. Also, if you could please, if you're watching on YouTube, could you please subscribe to our channel and hit that like button? We'd really appreciate it. It helps out a lot. I'm MinDak Jack, and remember, until next time, if you can't hold it, you don't own it.